Sun Lung, graduated second in his class at the San Francisco Police Academy yesterday. Good evening, everybody. Ollamh here, and welcome back to James Patterson's Women's Murder Club, Death in Scarlet. So, last time we ended on our translator going to talk to somebody, and he was going to tell us about it the next morning, but apparently wound up dead, which does not bode well for anything. So we go to Sun Lung's apartment. Oh, Sun, why did I let him go last night? He must have had some idea who the killer was. Why didn't he just tell me? Because it was somebody close to him. Looks like he was killed in the same position. Why would he accept anything from the suspect? I had the store owner downstairs take a look. It reads traitor. Make of that what you will. So yeah, obviously he knew who the person was. He knew who the murderer was. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know who the murderer is. He thought he could I don't know if he thought he could convince the murderer to turn himself in or what, but obviously it didn't go well. That's that's the long and the short of it. It did not go well. Okay, so we found everything now. We've also found part of this photograph, which is kind of curious. It appears to have been burned. So, could that be Judge So? Oh my god. Yeah, and he tried to destroy any evidence that he's connected. Hey Cindy, I have an urgent request. You found that article on Judge So marrying Jenny and Lin Kwong in your archives. I'm hoping you can strike gold twice. I'm looking for a connection between Sun Lung and Judge So. No problem, I'm on it. Yeah, that's troubling to say the least. I mean, if nothing else, you have enough to question him already. Alright, we're missing one thing of microfiche, which is probably like right out in the open and obvious as hell, isn't it? Or not? Oh, nope, we got it all. Okay. Nope, we got it all. Awesome. So yeah, that is just, like I said, that's very concerning. Why would anybody put an unwrapped, open thing on an old monitor like that? That is going to get super hot. It's going to melt. It's going to make a mess. Things like that just annoy the hell out of me. It's like, oh, why? Why would you do something like that? Okay, so let's figure out all this stuff. So we need red, I'm guessing number, purple number, green animal. Oh, numbers must be this. Purple number, or purple animal, blue animal, black paint object, green symbol, green painting, letter, animal, number, letter, blue no idea. Oh, that must be an S then. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we want a Lung and So. Okay, so 2004. So there's the original picture. Local honor student graduates from police academy. One of Chinatown's own resident, Sun Lung, graduated second in his class at the San Francisco Police Academy yesterday. Last summer, Lung was valedictorian at his graduation from Belmont High School. Lung says, "I hope to be able to do police work in or close to Chinatown. I love this community and I enjoy working with children and the elderly." Lung's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Li Lung, have lived in Chinatown for 25 years and run an Asian grocery. Lung was sponsored for the academy by the Honorable Judge So, who has mentored other promising students. Interesting. Well, let's visit the coffee shop and see what they have. See if anybody has any more information. All right, so we need a comb, a $, and the word tea. Technically, we could have taken chai as well, as that is technically the word tea. Okay, so let's play the game. Ah, they're U.S. states. All right, so we want a free cup of coffee. Judge So? Yeah, he's been known to sponsor some of the poorer Chinatown kids. All very nice on the surface. No rumors of pedophilia or anything, but that guy is scary conservative. One boy he sponsored was arrested for DUI and So cut him off immediately. Kid had to drop out of Stanford. Not the forgiving type. So Judge So sponsored poor but bright Chinatown students, including Sun Lung. Rumored to be scary conservative and unforgiving if the kids get in trouble. If the killer's motive was to get rid of rivals for Shin, that explains the deaths of Ruby and Quinn Gai. The killer knew Ruby's death would throw suspicion on her patron and he'd be excluded from the bidding. And Quang was going to bid on her too. What about Jenny Kwong? Jenny was going to expose the society. She was a threat to Loverboy's plans. And Sun was killed because he figured out who Loverboy was. And you think Loverboy is Judge So? We've got him, Jill. Jenny went to him, and when she learned about the society, she went to him when she learned about the society, so he knew the threat she posed. And he was a mentor to Sun. He sponsored him for Police Academy. How does the branding iron fit in? If the killer is So, he might have had a need to justify murder, to suggest that his victims deserve to die because of their flaws. You know, a judge thing. Well, that fits. Yeah. Do you have proof that So is a member of the Blood Drop Lotus Society? No, but he must be. I don't know, Lens. There's not enough here, and I can't get you a search warrant on his house. Not with what you've got. He has an office in the municipal building. You said you waited there once while he was in court. Sniff around there all you want. You need hard evidence, Lens. I'll find it. All right, so we are back here. Well, those are... Obviously, he's a member of the society. Interesting books. Law and Order in Feudal Japan. China's Feudal Courts. Crime and Punishment in Ancient China. These aren't branding irons, but they're more than a little suggestive. There's a tissue with blood on it in the trash. It must belong to Judge So. I'll collect a sample and take it to Claire. There's a good amount of blood on this tissue. I'll have Claire type it when I'm done here. Oh, what's this? Little heart is on a photograph of Judge So and his childhood sweetheart. Huh. His girlfriend must have died young. She looks like Shin. And I recognize two of those Chinese characters from the letters to Shin. They mean little heart. Oh, so... Okay, so the new girl up reminds him of his childhood sweetheart, so he was going to get rid of anybody who would have stood in his way of obtaining her. I'm coming over, Claire. I've got a blood sample from Judge So's chambers. I need you to type it right away. Fantastic. I'm ready and waiting. Okay, let's see here. Use immediately before D. Use after E. But before C. There we go. Okay. Green fizz. Red none. Yellow smoke. Blue smoke. Purple none. AB positive. It's a match for the blood found on Jenny Kwong's pants and in Quan Gai's apartment. Hallelujah, I think we just caught us a killer. Did you hear about the results of Claire's blood test? I'm faxing the paperwork to your office now. We have this guy. I agree. Great work, Lens. If you can pick up So whenever you're ready. I'll get a search warrant for his house and meet you there in an hour. And Lindsay, congrats. So investigation completed. I don't know. This may be just the end of the game. Judge So's home. We haven't located So to arrest him. I'm hoping he's here. And clutching a bottle of Xindao Jin would be convenient. Sorry, Boxer. What is it? Well, you'd better see for yourself. Oh, he was hung. I think the society took justice into its own hands. He hung himself? His hands and feet are tied. He was murdered, triad style. God, look at his chest, Lens. Wong did say he'd take care of it. So that's the end. So yeah, it was the judge that the new girl that was coming out in the society looked like his childhood sweetheart, so he was getting rid of anybody that posed a threat, including the reporter that was going to tattle on the club, including the kid that he helped get into the police academy that was like, you've done something bad. But before we could arrest him, the society took matters into its own hands and killed him. So in theory, we could go after that killer, but they kind of did us a solid, really. In a really weird way. But that was the first of the James Patterson's Woman Murder Club's games. I don't know if we're going to continue on next week with the very next one, if we're going to take a break from this. I haven't decided yet. But as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget to prod the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some crazy,
Cheerio!
some lazy, then you should meet me and my friends.
I hope you don't take offence, Sir Henry, but I find Baskerville Manor oppressive. I must say, I am quite happy to get some fresh air. This garden appears just...
Awesome! That is freaking cool! Random creations and stuff like that, that is just like, hey,